Good morning, traders, and this is your Dow Jones daily review. So the level I gave you yesterday for the long entry, which was pretty much this area here of 25,623, was spot on, and we had a great rally. So I hope you picked some of that up and potentially made some money out of that. Now, I just need to reduce this chart a bit. I just need to highlight a potential setup here on the daily, and we have a double shoulder ahead, and we are busy forming another shoulder here. So this is a massive inverse head and shoulders here. This level up at the top here of 26,210 is a very, very important level. If that gives way, I think we have the makings of another rally. Okay, so and the rally is going to be the second move, and the second move is going to be this initial move that we've had over the last 3 months, or 2.5 months. Okay, so that is looking relatively interesting in my eyes anyway. It's the trend is still up, alligator's up, everything is looking up. The only concern that we have is that the awesome oscillator is indicating momentum is falling off and dropping. Okay, so a couple of things that may be playing out at the moment. And remember what I said is, looking at the 4 hour, even though we'd broken through the alligator, I was looking for a retest of the alligator, okay, or a retest of the wedge break. And the wedge break, remember, is over here. There's our wedge. Okay, now it's come down to halfway of the height of the wedge, which is your first wedge target. And then we had this massive candle. I'm not sure what the reason was, but I'm pretty sure it was because the data that came out was probably positive. I know we had jobs data yesterday. I haven't seen it yet, but definitely some form of data. And we've broken back through. But we are still busy with some indecision bars. So we've had this massive exhaustion bar on the 4 hour, and we've got indecision bars off. Well, not quite off yet, but very close to testing this this wedge break. Okay, so kind of mixed bag again for me, very similar to what the Dax is. It's we're back above the alligator. Alligator is pointing up, so technically you would say, well, the trend is up, but yeah, I'm a little bit wary about it, especially when we have these massive bars like this. Because sometimes we have a massive bar and then it continues, but if you just look at what's going on in the US at the moment, this may just be jobs data that was positive, but you've still got the trade war that there is no end in sight for that. And there's another number of other factors that are around the world today, which is indicating that growth is slowing down. Okay, so anyway, this picture here is not a positive picture, but what we're going to do is we're going to look at the lower time frames and just trade off the lower time frames. Okay, so looking at the hour, you can see we had a proper breakthrough. We're coming back to test the alligator here, and you can see this is a level breakout that we are testing here. So this is the level here of 25334, and that's the area that we're testing now. Okay, and I would put another picking it up from this area here, this previous swing low, that's the level to the upside. Okay, so technically speaking, we could get a move back up. Okay, and there is a bit of a flat bottom triangle or flat top triangle that was forming at the close. Hasn't materialized in the after hours environment at the moment. It's rather gone into a range, but the volumes are pretty low at the moment. So just opens it up for people to try and break the structure to try and drive price in the opposite direction. So for me anyway, these are the two levels we need to pay attention to. Okay, we get back below 253, sorry, 259. Yeah, 259.34. We're looking for some downside, and we get above 2600 is the level we need to pay attention to. 2600 is the one that needs to give way. If that gives way with sort of a half hour or hour close above there, then you can expect a second move of this initial move. Okay, that's simplicity of it at the moment. And what I do want to do though is just pop across to the weekly. Let's get rid of all that noise. And let's just put the 2600 on. Okay, 2605, that's fine. So that's the area, and you can see how much interaction is at this level. There's nothing further back, but over the last year, this has been a fairly significant level and quite a big hurdle to get through, and I think that's exactly where we are again. Okay, I'm still of the opinion on the weekly that this is a piercing pattern and we are going to make a move to the upside, but we may end up with a bit of an indecision bar this week. Okay, so in other words, may come back down and just have a spinning, not a spinning top, but an indecision bar, range bar. And I think that is what's going to happen today. I'll be surprised if we actually do get a nice solid green bar close on its high for the weekly. If we do get that, that's confirmation of this bullish price action pattern here. And from a weekly perspective, I would be anticipating a bigger move to the upside. But anyway, the trend is up. If you look at the weekly, if you look at the daily, trend is still up, although we are flattening out. And momentum is a little bit weak this week. Play on words there. But I think that's kind of the view that I've got at the moment. Okay. So I think if you're reading between the lines, you'll see I'm not 100% confident that this wedge is actually going to be a wedge. Where do you see it here? So I'm not 100% confident that this wedge here is actually going to turn out to be a wedge. Okay, it was messy. All this area here was messy, and I think what we have at the moment is the making of a fairly large channel. Okay, so yeah, that's my view at the moment. So again, I'd be a little bit more comfortable for a bit of a pullback, but that may not happen. So just watch. I think this level here of 25,935, that's the area we need to pay attention to. If that level can hold, I would actually be looking for a long with anticipation of breaking this 26,000 area. Okay, if we drop below this, then you're going to have to look for targets to the left, and that would be my most logical target there of 25,800. Okay, any move to 25,800 would be an opportunity to be long as well for me. Okay, so anyway, that's my view at the moment. Just pick up some stops for you. I'll wait for Europe to open to see what's going to happen, and Europe is struggling a little bit at the moment. So what I would expect is even a move to the downside, kind of along this line here. So I'd expect a bit of a drift to the downside, and then here by sort of half an hour before the US markets open, you normally see some buyers or sellers stepping in and starting to drive the price in direction. But I think this consolidation is going to break the upside. I think that's my view anyway. Okay, so still looking for longs, just not sure of the entry. So this entry down here would interest me. The only difference is I don't believe it's a channel, and with low volumes, I think you're going to get something like this. Just rally down, well, not rally, but just meander down, find a base off a level. I'm hoping that it'll be this level here of 25,935, and if we can get it there, then that's definitely a nice area long. So again, my advice is pay attention to the 12-minute and look for something that's going to happen on the 12-minute, because you can see here how we were meandering down, staying below the alligator, staying below. Then we had this massive breakthrough in the alligator. Gives you a long entry on a break of this fractal with a stop below the bottom. Okay, so that's kind of the view that I have at the moment. So obviously a break above 2600 is going to be really, really bullish. Okay, anyway guys, that's my view at the moment. Looking for longs, just waiting for an entry. And once we have that entry, I want a nice entry with a really close stop so I can load my positions effectively. Okay, anyway guys, that's it for me today. Hope it helps, and I'll catch you later. Cheers for now.